So cylinder 1, you can see, well, let's go here. Cylinder 4, piston is at the very top of the stroke. It's lined up with a deck surface on the block. Come over to cylinder 1, you can see it's down in the bore a little bit. That means that rod is bent. If we come over to 2 and 3, quite a bit of rust already building up, which is pretty crazy how fast that stuff builds up. Look how clean the top of this piston is too. It's very interesting. So at least one bent rod so far. Definitely going to need to be bored out, probably to the next size. I think this is 86.5 mil block or bore. I could be mistaken. Gonna have to go ahead and measure it, but let's turn it over and see if 2 or 3 have bent rods. So we got her at the top. 2 and 3 appear to be fine. No bent rods there. It's crazy. Like I said earlier, it's crazy how fast this rust builds up on the cylinder walls. It's crazy. I'm gonna go ahead, pop out the ARP studs, flip this guy over, pull the pan, pull the crank, pistons, rods, pull everything out, just get this thing completely torn apart, figure out what all we need to buy. So far, it's probably gonna be pistons, rods. Hopefully the crank and block are fine. Those are the most expensive parts. And I think everything in the top end looks okay. I haven't even honestly checked out the bottom of the head yet, but just guessing. Yeah, I'm just gonna drop the head off at the head shop. They're gonna go through everything for us, do all new stem seals, resurface it, check all the guides, check the valves, get it to the point where it's ready to just bolt right back on. So I just pulled the pan. It does look like we do have some bearing material, which kind of sucks because that now means we have to swap oil pumps, oil coolers. There's definitely some flakiness going on in here. Let's keep her moving. Ho, 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 ho. Wow, 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 wow. All right, we found some pretty sick damage. Here is the connecting rod out of cylinder 1. That thing is completely freaking toasted. It's so cool looking. I love it. These are Manly H-beams, I believe, or maybe Eagles. I forget what I ran in this car. The wrist pin is completely locked up, took out the piston. The problem with when you bend a rod, you see that down there? When I bent a rod on my 10, I had that same issue. And I ended up running it. I don't know if Jared's gonna want to run this or not. Because it's so far down at the bottom of the stroke, I never had any sort of issues with that on my 10. And I don't even know where that motor's at now. I know it's not the same motor that's in the car, but I know for the time I had it, we didn't run into any sort of issues. Crank looks to be okay. I haven't pulled her out yet, and it's gonna need to be inspected at a shop, micro polished, measured out, make sure it's all good to go. But from what I see so far, I think she should be hopefully okay. How's that Soupy treating you?
Bro, this thing has such a tight turning radius. What the hell?
The thing's badass.
This is way better than the fucking Evo. It just turned on a dime.
Hell yeah. What are you doing?
I gotta run to the bank real quick.
Take out all some bands?
Yeah, dropping off some bands.
You wanna see some sick shit out of your motor?
Oh fuck, hold on, let me pull over.
You wanna see the bad or the good first?
I don't know, bro, just show me all of it.
Well, I'll show you your rod first.
Oh.
Yeah, that thing's completely fucked.
Yeah, damn, crazy. Holy crap.
I know. And then you have, yeah, there was some sort of bearing failure. I'm not sure if it was in the mains or the rods yet. I haven't pulled the crank out, but yeah, there's metal all over your pan and shit. So we have to do an oil pump and oil cooler and all that too. So after doing some further diagnosing and assessing on this block, it's pretty roached, I'm not gonna lie. Not only do we have those giant freaking divots down there, pretty much every bore has some pretty dang deep scratches. This is already an 86.5 mil. I don't like to go above that at all, especially if we plan on turning this thing up in the future, because the factory sleeves start getting pretty thin. So now we have the option of pulling my spare engine out of the corner, tearing that thing apart, or we can just send it and get this thing sleeved with like some Darton sleeves. So I'm not sure what Jared's gonna want to do. He's coming over right now. I'm gonna try to push him toward the sleeved option, because that's one thing I regret doing on my car, is not sleeving it. I did a full build on my car, on my 10, and I never sleeved it. For now, let's go ahead and pop out the crank. Does she got two-step?
I don't know.
Nice hood.
Does it have a limiter?
I don't know.
I don't think she has a stock.
I like your exhaust leak. How's it been? Good?
Good.
Oh, yeah.
It doesn't like to hold the charge. I had to jump it this morning.
Sick. We should probably check the alternator before you just go buy a battery. How do you check it?
Yeah.
You just start it up and see how much volts it's putting out. You like your shit?
Damn.
Sad boy. Yeah, that block's pretty hammered, bro.
Yeah.
Ain't gonna lie. Ain't gonna cap.
Is sleeving the only option besides just using a new block?
You know, Jared, see how like scored up it is, like all around. So basically, my rule of thumb is you can feel shit with your fingernail.
Yeah.
Like
dude, if you
there,
can dig in, then it's too deep probably.
You can literally hear it.
Yeah, that's deep as fuck.
And that's cylinder. That's not even cylinder one. This is one.
Yeah.
So that's four. Every single cylinder. I mean, I guess water doesn't lube very well, so it kind of explains some shit.
Yeah.
That's why your bearings are hammered. That's why your pistons are hammered.
Oh man.
That's the most bent rod I've
That's
ever seen.
gnarly. I'm definitely keeping that as a nice little souvenir.
I would hang that son of a bitch
Hell
up on
yeah,
the wall.
that's going in a shadow box and everything.
How's the build running?
She died on me.
Oh, Jared.
I wonder if it's just that. It might just be that cable. That positive cable, I think is.
I see the duct tape's holding up well.
Oh yeah, no, that's the man.
Nice. Maybe you should tighten it up.
Yeah, well, it's all the way tight, and it's not on there tight, so.
It's all the way tight, but it's not tight.
Yeah. But I ain't clamping down all the way.
Beautiful. Back in action. What the hell is this, Jared? Watch him burn the clutch. We just tested the alternator because that battery keeps dying and it's not putting out any sort of power. So Jared's gonna go pick up a new alternator. And as far as his 4B11 goes for the 10, we're leaning toward the sleeved option. It'd be sick, it'd be fun, and I think it's the most sensible option at the moment. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up right here. Peace out, my friends. I'll see you guys tomorrow.